muscles. You know that Julie, but I got fired from, it's been 21 years. It was in 2002 when I got out of school. When I look at it, I'm like, I never thought in a million years that I would be basically what feels like at the front of like a revolution.
Yeah.
Massage? Like, and here's the thing, this is what's funny, like I get hate mail, but it's like my opinions on a variety of things would make Karen clutch her pearls. Religion, politics, like, and here's the deal. I take social media and I narrow it down. I'm like, here's what I want to focus on. Massage. Massage, like health and wellness.
Yeah.
You don't get my opinions about a whole lot of other things on social media, particularly things that I think are stuff that people would argue about. Controversial.
Controversial.
Because I'm only giving them this and they're having a conniption. I'm like, I could only imagine if I had the whiskey conversation I want to have, what they would have a problem with. And they think very dualistically sometimes. It's like, you're a Democrat or Republican, or, it's like, wait. Can't I just be a citizen who has differing ideas on different issues? And it's like, no, but we can't make a caricature of you. And I'm like, exactly.
You can't label me. You can't put me in a specific category. And people don't like that. And it blows everybody's mind. And you being somebody who really is into philosophy, out of anybody here, that philosophers are all about the what ifs and grab here and do this and come up with your own understanding. A lot of people don't understand that concept. And philosophy is about reaching out for different and outside of the box, right?
I got more benefit from the mat work. I continued exploring doing the mat work, and I got more benefit for clients.
Yeah.
It was repeatable, testable. I was seeing in clinical results in my practice. The clients at a certain skill level started like freaking out and going, dude, I don't like, it's hard to explain, but they came into a massage therapist and got this slightly different service. And they just went, dude, where the fuck did you learn this? And I'm like, by fucking breaking Thai massage. Like the sequences I teach were just a foundational piece. And once you saw it, it almost feels like Neo in the Matrix, where he sees the wiring under the board and it's all the code. Yeah. It felt like that. Like once you understood it, you're like, oh, dude, it was never send lines. No, it was just like a simple map to get you to understand like the basics of how to work soft tissue. And then once you knew how to do it, it was repeatable and like even easier, to do. I continue to teach it, but I continue to practice it because of the results. And I know this about me, if it didn't work, I would change it. If it was ineffective, I would change it. But it's like I keep getting such good clinical results for the clients and their feedback in addition to students. Students are working with me online, where I'm told people cannot learn online. They're reducing people's pain by 7 points on a pain scale, and I'm like, hey guys, I got an idea, subscribers. If we called it the Reboot Insiders Club, I've been calling it the Next Level Pain Relief Video Vault. Recently, has changed names. It's just a video vault with everything I've taught since 2017. I go, listen, I'm going to stream to you 2 hours a day, 5 days a week, 52 weeks a year, give you another 500 hours of footage.
Yeah.
What?
Wow.
And I go, I'm just going to live stream to you to 5 days a week, 2 hours a day. We'll pick a new topic every day, and I'll have a client come in and address their problem live. You can just tune in and study with me. Yeah. And they're like, well, how much? And I'm like, $7 a month. And they're like, what? We're here. This is not speculative, like how we can deliver information. One of the things about brick and mortar is like we're trying to do a pop-up in town called the Relief Clinic, and the Relief Clinic is getting the staff together. I say staff, it's the students who are working with me, and essentially I'm trying to run an ad to get them some clients so we can demonstrate what it looks like in a brick and mortar facility.
Yeah.
And part of that is because I assume therapists have to see it in a group setting to go, well, I want to do that.
Yeah.
Because it's just a different model. It doesn't look the same. it would be kind of like, I don't know what America was like before yoga, but I'm assuming they had gyms in America with like weights. And then the first yoga studios probably opened up in like dance facilities or something.
Right.
Because they needed a big open space. The actual physical room
Space.
has to be different. You have to have like a hardwood floor or whatever.
Right.
And I think that's what the issue is like, I can see it in my mind's eye, but I have a failure to translate that into something that people can understand. If we do the relief clinic, this is what I really want, is I want the students to work in a group. I want them to see the client's responses, and I want them to understand, oh my God, this actually works. Like, not only do clients like it, they actually prefer being in public, being clothed, being around other clients, because they get to be the cool kids. It's a little bit like CrossFit. CrossFit somehow created a workout regimen where it was it was a state of prestige to throw around goddamn tires and not use air conditioning. And I know that every person who ran a gym was like, there's no way. And it's like CrossFit, and it's like, you could literally do this. You could go, do you work out? No, I do CrossFit. Do you work out? No, I do CrossFit. And there is no CrossFitter who doesn't want you to know that they do CrossFit. It's a very strong brand. It's a very strong.
True.
And I'm like, that's what I want. That's what I want. I want the Spartans. I want the massage therapists in the industry that are ready to give everybody else the finger and go build, and then have the rest of the industry lose their mind because they're not following the rules. And it's like, yes, but we don't break the law. And the challenge is, the therapists can build the kind of businesses they want. We are going to have a conversation with some therapists. I think I've decided I'm going to have them in my studio instead of going out to a facility. I was having a hard time pinning down a facility to go in and make it more businessy.
Right.
So I was going to have a small number of therapists, maybe 3 or 4, come in and talk to me in a group for an hour or two, and then do private sessions with them, kind of like our Zoom talk about business, because they want to open wellness centers. They're therapists here in Austin. They want to do this. They want to do that. It allows me to look at the business from a different angle in relation to what they're trying to build. And the thing that I see pretty consistently, because my business is very heavily supplemented in a digital form, which is a very different business. Selling digital info products is not running a facility. They're very fixated on this brick and mortar thing. And I'm going to have to talk to them and go, listen, are you sure Austin is the right place for what you're trying to do?
Yeah.
And the reason is commercial real estate rates. It's horribly expensive.
Yep.
And if the rent is $2,000, how many sessions are you going to have to do, or your staff is going to do, to be able to pay that and then make profit?
Yeah.
Because this is where the rubber meets the road. When I talk to therapists, they get a little annoyed sometimes, but it's like, you got to understand that Massage Envy is not run by massage therapists.
Exactly.
Many of these facilities, Hand and Stone, or I don't know all these elements.
Other places.
Yeah, in other words, I don't know all of their business dealings or whatever.
Right.
But they're not all run by massage therapists. And if you're a franchise, I think like Hand and Stone, I think they're a franchise. The franchisee doesn't have to be a massage therapist.
No.
It's somebody that sees a good business model and says, hey, I'll get Monica to manage them or whatever.
Exactly.
But they're running the franchise. Some of those things are just inordinately complex. And my solution would just to go the digital route and sell the information and just keep building. And so far, that's worked inordinately well. But I think also it's given me a mouthpiece that massage therapists are just pissed off about, because I'm like a gnat. They can't get me to go away. Like, I'm just annoying the fuck out of them because they're like, fuck, like, this guy just doesn't seem to go away. Like, would he stop talking about this mat thing? The business that the therapists want is, I think, heavily leaning towards equity and like social justice. And I go, so why don't you build that? And they're like, oh, but it's so much work. And I go,
yeah, it is.
And I don't have an answer for that.
Yeah. 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 And that's what divides us, or anybody for that matter. The people who just complain and don't do anything about it, or the ones who actually work on it and say, hey, I see something different here that works. I'm going to work my butt off to bring attention and awareness to what I believe in. And it's your truth, Robert. This is Robert's truth, and all these opinionated people who are against it, that's not their truth, and you're not there to change everybody's mind.
Yeah.